Hello and welcome to the English Deep Dive. I am so glad you are here today because we are going to fix a problem that makes many students sound like beginners, even when they have a high level of grammar. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a conversation and suddenly stopped because you didn't know if you should say lend or borrow? Or perhaps you wrote an email and spent 5 minutes wondering if it should be affect with an A or effect with an E. I call this the confusion trap. English is full of minimal pairs, words that sound almost identical or have very similar meanings, but are used in completely different ways. In British English, we are very sensitive to these nuances. If you mix them up, you sound off. You lose your authority. You sound like you are guessing, not speaking. Today, we are going to perform linguistic surgery on your accuracy. This is a 45-minute intensive masterclass on 50 pairs of confusing English words. We will break down the logic behind the most common mistakes. We will look at action traps, sound-alikes, and subtle British nuances. Then, we will engage in a massive 60-sentence shadowing marathon to build your precision reflex. Finally, we will listen to a story about a misunderstanding at a London train station where one small word changed everything. Are you ready to stop mixing them up? Let's begin. Part 1. Pillar 1. Action traps. Direction matters. The most common mistakes happen when two words describe the same situation but from different directions. Pair number 1. Borrow versus lend. Think of the direction of the object. Borrow means to take something, direction, to you. Can I borrow your pen? Lend means to give something, direction, from you. Could you lend me your pen? In many languages, this is one word. In English, it is two. Pair number 2. Rob versus steal. You rob a person or a place. The victim. They robbed the bank. You steal an object. The thing. They stole £10,000. Never say, they robbed my phone. Say, they stole my phone, or I was robbed. Let's practice 10 action accuracy sentences. Repeat after me with focus. Could I possibly borrow your umbrella for 10 minutes? I'd be happy to lend you my car for the weekend. I realized that someone had stolen my wallet on the bus. Did you hear that the local post office was robbed? I need to get round to returning the book I borrowed. He promised to lend me a hand with the new project. Honestly, I would never dream of stealing anything. To be fair, they only robbed the safe, not the shop. I was wondering if I could borrow your laptop tonight. Could you lend me £10 until my next payday? Part 2. Pillar 2. Sound alikes. The spelling nightmare. These are words that sound almost the same, but the spelling and meaning are worlds apart. Pair number 3. Quite versus quiet versus quit. Quite means very or completely. It's quite chilly today. Quiet means silent. Please be quiet in the library. Quit means to stop. I decided to quit my job. Pair number 4. Lose versus loose. Lose, with one O, is a verb. Don't lose your keys. Loose, with two os, is an adjective. My trousers are too loose. Let's practice 10 sound-alike sentences. Honestly, I'm quite chuffed with the final results. It's a bit too quiet in this office, isn't it? I think it's high time I quit my smoking habit. Be careful not to lose your passport at the airport. The handle on the door has become very loose. To be perfectly honest, I'm quite spent today. We need to find a quiet place to discuss the budget. I'm over the moon that I didn't lose my mind. I need a belt because these jeans are far too loose. He decided to quit the team after the long marathon. Part 3. Pillar 3. British Nuance. The subtle shift. In this section, we master the words that even native speakers sometimes confuse, but a sophisticated British speaker always gets right. Pair number 5. Especially versus specially. Especially means above all or particularly. I love London, especially in the spring. Specially means for a specific purpose. This cake was made specially for you. Pair number 6. Lay versus lie. Lay needs an object. I'm going to lay the book on the table. Lie is what you do. I'm going to lie down for a bit. Remember, people lie. Objects are laid. Let's practice 10 nuance sentences. I'm really looking forward to the holiday, especially Spain. This suite was designed specially for high-end clients. I think I'll go and lie down. I'm feeling under the weather. Please lay the documents on my desk before you head off. It's an exceptional view, especially at sunset, isn't it? I had this suit made specially for the graduation. I was completely taken aback when I saw him lying there. Could you please lay the table for dinner tonight? I'm absolutely chuffed, especially with your progress. He's been lying in bed all day with a dreadful cold. Part 4. The Master Shadowing Marathon. Now we enter the core of our workout. We are going to practice 60 sentences, covering every conversational situation. This marathon is designed to build your accuracy reflex. Section A. Daily life and social confusion. I'm quite sure that I left my keys on the kitchen table. Could you possibly lend me your pen for a second? I need to get round to buying a new pair of trousers. Honestly, I think it's a bit too quiet in this restaurant. I was devastated when I realized I had lost my phone. Especially today. The traffic is absolutely a nightmare. I'm going to lie down for 30 minutes before the party. Did you hear that his apartment was robbed last week? Actually, I'd rather borrow a book than watch a movie. Wait, did you really quit your job out of the blue? I'm chuffed to bits, especially since I found my wallet. To be fair, the final result was quite impressive. I'm struggling to get my head around this confusing rule. Please lay the groceries in the boot of the car. Cheers. Take care of yourself. And don't lose your confidence. I'm over the moon. Everything turned out fine in the end. It's not exactly rocket science, but it's easy to mix up. I'm perfectly content with a quiet night in and a tea. Gosh, it's absolutely tipping it down out there, isn't it? I'm looking forward to mastering these nuances soon. Section B. Professional and Business Nuances. I'd like to kick off by discussing the budget in detail. We need to ensure that no one steals our intellectual property. I'll get back to you once I've scrutinized the data. To be honest, I'm quite swamped with emails today. We should prioritize accuracy. Let's not cut corners. I'm confident that this change will not affect the project. The effect of the new policy has been very positive. I was wondering if you could lend me a hand with this task. I'm afraid I'm not in a position to comment on that. We need to make sure we are all on the same page first. It goes without saying that honesty is vital in business. Could you please clarify your position on the deadline? I'm really looking forward to our collaboration in July. Shall we call it a day and finish the rest tomorrow? I was completely taken aback by his sudden resignation. It's a highly controversial topic in the office right now. Honestly, I think you've made a very astute decision. I'll definitely bear your suggestions in mind for later. The client was over the moon with the final presentation. Keep practicing, and you will reach a C1 level in no time. Section C. Deep opinions and complex reactions. In my humble opinion, the benefits are very clear. I'm inclined to agree with the general consensus here. I think it's important to take it with a pinch of salt. The situation is getting a bit out of hand, don't you think? I'm not entirely convinced that this is sustainable. It's a bit of a touchy subject, so tread carefully. I was blown away by the quality of the architecture. It's high time we started taking climate change seriously. You can't just ignore the problem and hope it disappears. Honestly, I think it'll be a walk in the park for you. I am so proud of how far you've come with your English. Take it from me, consistency is the mother of all skills. I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with my new promotion. Everything will be better if we just stay brave and speak. I'm struggling to see eye to eye with my manager lately. What did you get up to over the long holiday weekend? To cut a long story short, it was an exceptional trip. I'm really looking forward to our next Masterclass session. I'm absolutely spent after this intensive workout, mind you. You are no longer a student. You are a powerful speaker. Part 5. Story Mode. The Misunderstanding at the London Station. Now, let's put it all together. Listen to this story about our friend Mark. Mark was a B2 learner who thought he knew everything. But one morning, at Waterloo Station, he learned a valuable lesson. Mark was meeting his boss, Mr. Smith. He wanted to be helpful. Mr. Smith had many bags. Mark said, "Sir, can I rob your bags for you?" Mr. Smith looked terrified. "Excuse me, Mark. Rob my bags?" Mark realized his mistake. "Oh, no. I meant, can I steal them?" Mr. Smith laughed. "Mark, if you steal them, I'll have to call the police. You mean take them or help me with them?" Mark blushed. He was completely taken aback by his own error. Later, they were looking for the platform. It was very loud. Mark said, "It is very quiet here, isn't it?" Mr. Smith smiled. "Actually, Mark, it is very noisy." "You mean it is quite noisy, or do you want it to be quiet?" Mark sighed. "I think I should quit speaking today, Mr." Smith put a hand on his shoulder. "Don't be despondent, Mark. English is full of these traps. You just need to get round to practicing the nuances. To be fair, your rhythm is exceptional." Mark realized that mixing up small words didn't make him stupid. It just made him a learner. By the end of the day, he was over the moon because he had survived a real British conversation. Part 6. Your 30-Day Precision Challenge. If you want to stop mixing these words up, you need a daily habit. Here is your plan. Number 1. The pair of the day. Choose one pair of confusing words from today's list. For example, lose versus loose. Every time you think today, use them correctly in your head. Number 2. The shadowing workout. Watch this video twice a week and repeat the marathon sections with full energy. Number 3. The context tag. When you learn a new word, don't learn the translation. Learn the partner. Borrow from, lend to. Number 4. The accountability comment. Tell us in the comments which pair was the most difficult for you today. Part 7. The rapid fire confusion quiz. Let's check your reflex. I will say the situation and you must say the correct British word. To give something to a friend for a short time. Lend. To take something from a friend for a short time. Borrow. A word that means silent, quiet. A word that means very or completely, quite. To not be able to find your keys. Lose. When your trousers are too big. Loose. Conclusion. Excellent work today. You have just completed a massive 45-minute masterclass on the nuances of English accuracy. You have identified 50 pairs of confusing words and practiced 60 sentences to sharpen your precision. Remember, speaking like a native is not just about having a big vocabulary. It is about choosing the right word for the right moment. The more you shadow, the more natural these choices will become. I have a small task for you. Write a sentence in the comments using the words lend or borrow. I will read every single one and check your accuracy. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the English Deep Dive, and share this with a friend who is always mixing up their English words. I am so incredibly proud of your work today. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and stop mixing them up. I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye for now.